This is MA 108, section 6.2, Law of Cosines, and I'm working through problem number 21. So we're given that side A is 9 yards, and side B is 6 yards, and side C is 10 yards. And we're supposed to find the other three angles. Now what our book suggests that we do is find the angle opposite of the longest side. So the longest side here would be C. So in this case, the angle opposite of this 10 yards. So what I'm going to do is say c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times the cosine of the angle opposite of c, which we're calling gamma. So I know what c is, so c is 10 squared equals a squared, which I know what a is, it's 9, so 9 squared, plus b squared, so 6 squared, minus 2 times 9 times 6 times the cosine of gamma. And so I simplified, I took 10 squared, subtracted 9 squared, subtracted 6 squared. I moved these two over to the other side and I got negative 17 when I did that. And then negative 2 times 9 times 6 is negative 108 times the cosine of gamma. So then I divided both sides by negative 108, so I get negative 17 over negative 108, and that's the cosine of gamma. Negative 17 divided by negative 108 is 0.1574 approximately. And so I took the arc cosine of this in order to find gamma. Arc cosine of 0.1574 equals this gamma, which is equal to 80.94 degrees. So once I used cosine, the law of cosines one time, I usually have the ability then to use the law of sines to finish the rest of the problem. So I have the sine of 80.94 gamma divided by its corresponding opposite side, which is 10. So gamma corresponding opposite side was c, which is 10. And that's equal to the sine of alpha divided by 9. So the sine of alpha divided by its corresponding opposite side, which was 9. And then I just solved for alpha. So I took the sine of 80.94 degrees divided by 10, multiplied it by 9, and I got 0.88878 approximately, and that's equal to the sine of alpha. Then I take the arc sine of 0.88878, and that tells me what alpha is. And so alpha is 62.72 degrees. So then to find the other angle, all I need to do is remember that a triangle has 180 degrees. So beta equals 180 degrees minus the other two corresponding angles that I found. So 62.72 minus 80.94. And when I simplify, I get 36.34 degrees. So I found gamma, I found alpha, and I found beta. Once again, I use the law of cosines one time, and then from there I use the law of sines, and finally use the fact that a triangle has 180 degrees total angles inside of it. One other thing I want to have you remember to do is in your calculator, make sure you're in degree mode when you're working with angles of degrees. If you're accidentally in radian mode, you'll get an incorrect answer. So make sure you're in degree mode.